This is me, KO, repping Arsenal transfers and analysis. And today I'll be doing a preview for our first really big game of the Premier League season, third week in, and it's the Monday night kickoff at 8 p.m. UK time between Arsenal and Liverpool at the Emirates Stadium. And this is an extremely big game for us. And it's not only looking at the table, it means only the third week. You can't really judge teams at this moment in time, but it is in terms of our confidence. It will give us a lot of confidence. It will give us a lot of belief in ourselves as a team that if we can beat unformed Liverpool at this moment in time, then it means that we can go on to bigger and better things this season. Last season, I felt we beat them 4-1. It really set us up for a good end of the season where we had like a semi-title challenge. Not really kicked off, obviously, due to Chelsea, who are far ahead of us. But it did, set us, in a good, set of mindset basically for the rest of the season where we went on to win the FA Cup. And I feel again, to set down an early marker in the league is extremely important. This sets me back to 2 years back where Arsenal beat Tottenham. And I feel that game, on the back of the Aston Villa defeat, and the week after we won our game, but that game in particular, the 1-0 victory Drew scored, was extremely important for our excellent first half of the season where we were top in the league for all that, basically for majority of that time we were top of the league. And I felt the key point in that one was that victory, that morale boosting victory against Tottenham. And I feel that the Liverpool game can play a very similar role. If you can beat an on-form Liverpool with the likes of Coutinho, with the likes of Lallana, Ibe, they have Milner, they have Henderson, Klein, Mignolet, they have a very strong squad. Benteke also, how can Benteke, the Belgian beast in strike? I feel we'll have a hands full on Monday, but I do feel that if you can beat them, especially if you can beat them convincingly, it will set us up for the rest of the season very nicely. And that is why I feel that in this game, Arsenal will set our team very similar. If not, I think will be the exact same starting 11 as the Crystal Palace match. We have very much the same squad. Wilshere, Welbeck, Arteta, all still out. I don't want to go into Welbeck's injury. I've had enough of him. He's been injured for bloody, God knows, 4 months now. I have no idea what's going on. I don't want to go back into that. However, I think Ramsey again will start from the right. But having that 3-row where he starts on the right, but he can come in from the right and play in between the lines. Play 1-2s with Ozil, do his stuff with Giroud. He has a very nice chemistry with Giroud. I've noticed that for the last couple of years, especially. He has that kind of telepathic communication, that playing style really suits Giroud. Where Giroud does a little flick-ons, and Ramsey likes making those late runs into the box. So obviously, I think he'll have a very pivotal role, Ramsey, in the game on Monday. I think Coquelin and Cazorla obviously had a very good game also. They'll be playing again there. But I do want to touch on Coquelin in a bit. I do feel that he needs to be sometimes more disciplined and not just give himself silly yellow cards, going for dodgy tackles. I mean, his job is a midfield destroyer. He would be going for a lot of tackles, but sometimes I feel they just don't give the referee the chance to book you. I mean, you can go in for tackles left, right, and centre. Obviously, if there's a team on a counter attack and you want to stop it, you can grab the shirt. That's one for the team. But sometimes I just feel Coquelin, he does the action before he thinks, if you know what I mean. He will just go in for a tackle and then later on, wait, why are they going for that tackle? Oh shit, I should have timed it better. Or hang on a second, there was another player covering me anyway. I didn't really need to do that tackle and stuff like that. But I do feel that with time he will mature into that role. He is still only 24, so I still think time is on his side, and he has matured a lot in these last few months. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does develop this basically part of his game, which I do feel can take him to the next level to make him into the top CDMs in the world. And I do feel though that we still do need a new striker. Touching on Benzema, I don't know if there's anything new from last week, because the thing is, Twitter is, I don't even know what to say about Twitter. Twitter is basically a bullshit mill of rumours. Don't listen to it at all, to be honest. I just wait for confirmation from Arsenal, and that's what I beg of all my fellow Arsenal fans. Don't believe what you read online. Don't believe what you read on Twitter and all these, Bleacher Report and, Quarter Offside and all this rubbish, because it's all lies. I just they just keep guessing random names. Tom, Dick and Harry gets 200 names every transfer window. They get one right. Oh my god. Oh, look at this. We've got, we've got legit sources and legit this and legit that. We've got this guy right. This transfer we told you 2 months ago when, I couldn't just do that myself. I couldn't just write down everything with Tom, Dick and Harry. Messi going to Arsenal, this and that. Soon later, I would be right. And it's just, it really, like, people are getting frustrated at Arsenal Wenger. I'm frustrated, but this won't help you because 99% of the time it's going to be false. But apart from that, there's nothing really else to touch on. I do feel that Liverpool are a much more dangerous side than last time when we beat them convincingly 4-1. I am really quite scared. Sorry. I am really quite scared of this Liverpool side. I feel that they have a real dynamism. They've brought in some really good players like Firmino and Benteke again. Danny Ings also got some more depth than last season. And I feel unlike last season where they didn't buy particularly well, I felt this year they have really thought about which players going to buy and which player would fit their system immediately rather than just buying for the sake of buying. And that is why I feel there'll be a much more different outfit. So I wouldn't predict a 4-1 thrashing, but I do feel that Liverpool are much more tight defensively. I don't think at this moment in time Petr Cech, MERSEYSIDE have got that 100% understanding. And for that reason, I don't predict a clean sheet. However, I do predict an Arsenal victory. I will go for 2-1 just because I think right now Arsenal's midfield attack especially have got more understanding between having played a lot of games last season, especially. Liverpool are still finding their feet, with the midfield and attack. But I do think they will score due to the fact that they have a lot of top quality players such as Coutinho, Lallana and Benteke. So I do feel they'll score, but I feel Arsenal will just edge it. And hopefully the home atmosphere will help us because in recent times, in the past 5 Premier League home games, we've only got a measly 5 points. And that is bad, not only for, forget, challenging for the title, for a relegation team. That is shit, that is crap. I mean, you should be winning your home games. And that is another thing I'm worried about. Our home has been appalling for the last, 5 games especially. And I feel we need to improve on that starting on Monday. And hopefully we can do that. That's me all for today. Please leave a like, rating, subscribe if you're new. Take care, guys. Peace.